You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Well, guys, man, we got to talk about it. It's some mysterious injuries going on in Cleveland, and Kevin Stefanski is basically not hiding the sabotaging of Shedeur Sanders as he benches one of his best offensive linemen in Wyatt Teller with a mysterious calf injury. But we got to talk about all that here next, right after this. Well, guys, man, this is the stuff that Cleveland Brown fans need answers to, and also Shedeur Sanders supporters. Kevin Stefanski can't hide it no more. And see, he got himself into a sticky situation because, everybody has been saying that Kevin Stefanski is trying to sabotage Shedeur Sanders, and he don't want Shedeur Sanders to succeed as a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Now, we've heard people talk about, Shedeur Sanders in practice not getting first team reps. Everybody said, that's a fireable offense. Kevin Stefanski needs to go. But now we got something going on with the best offensive lineman that the Cleveland Browns have, a mainstay of their offensive front in Wyatt Teller. All of a sudden, Wyatt Teller has a mysterious calf injury that people want answers to. Now, this offensive line has been doing some dirty work. They've been doing some nasty work. We saw footage and clips that went viral of the offensive line, Jack Conklin and Joe Paturo, where they just whiffed on a 4th and 1 against the San Francisco 49ers when they was going for it, and Quinshawn Judkins was stopped in the backfield. And everybody wanted answers like, man, these guys just whiffed to try to let them come in on Shedeur Sanders. And a lot of people are blaming Kevin Stefanski for this behavior. Now, all of a sudden, you bench your best offensive lineman and Wyatt Teller, and you're telling people that he has a calf injury. And see, that's the problem that we have. All these mysterious injuries coming up with Cleveland Brown players. We saw in training camp, Shedeur Sanders with these mysterious injuries that they said he had, that they was holding him out. Is that another reason why he wasn't getting first team reps? Now, like I said, Kevin Stefanski can't hide it. I mean, he is basically putting it out there and letting you guys know that, Dylan Gabriel was my guy. I don't want Shedeur Sanders to succeed. Everybody is coming at Kevin Stefanski, talking about Kevin Stefanski needs to be fired. But I'm on record to say that Kevin Stefanski is going to be with the Cleveland Browns next year because he came out and said this was going to be a redshirt year. So I think they're giving him a pass on that, and he'll be there next year. That's unfortunate. But some of the things that are happening now that Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, people want answers to. Offensive linemen not blocking, offensive linemen just letting guys come free in on Shedeur Sanders. Like, it seems like Kevin Stefanski got these people programmed on his time to be like, nah, we can't let Shedeur succeed. We can't let him do this. We can't let him show me up because I'm the one that wanted Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. And if Shedeur comes in, it's just going to make me look bad. And now I'm going to have to justify for taking Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round as the quarterback he thought that was going to be there for the future. But we all seen what Dylan Gabriel brings to the table. Now that Shedeur Sanders is in there, it seems like everything is just like a mystery. And the guys on the afternoon drive was talking about it. But before we get off into that, we partnered up with Underdog Fantasy, and this is a word from our sponsor. Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the easiest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry, get every pick right, and win some serious cash. Use my promo code SBD23 and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, follow Simply Ball Dropping as I share my picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money. Make picks, win cash. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for the partnership with us, and thank you for using promo code SBD23 on Underdog Fantasy. Well, guys, with that being said, let's listen to what the guys was talking about on the afternoon drive. Let's take a listen.
The Wyatt Teller situation has not. I just continue to be as irritated or more irritated from day to day that we don't have any clarity, that it's very clear that Wyatt himself is not thrilled with whatever's going around. And you can tell that because Carly Teller, his lovely wife, and his mom have both tweeted similar things that might tell you he's not really thrilled with whatever the hell happened. And I thought it was interesting. Like Mary Kay Cabot was on with the Morning Boys today. And again, Mary Kay's just kind of piecing together what she knows and putting it out there. But as I was listening to what she said here, I'm not mad at Mary Kay, so I don't want to. But I just it took me right back to where I was on Tuesday, where I lost my damn mind about it.
So whatever the case was with Wyatt, apparently they felt they needed to see something else there. At this point right now, I think when he gets back from the calf injury, he's going to have to show some things, and maybe he will. Maybe he'll do whatever he needs to do, or maybe he comes back next year in a different capacity or something. I'm not exactly sure. They do have to rebuild their line for next year. They know that. And if you have an opportunity to audition someone for the job, this is the time to do it.
I don't understand why we're auditioning Tevin Jenkins. There's 5 years of NFL tape on Tevin Jenkins.
Well, I mean, so maybe they're just looking at it as a cheaper option. And if I don't want to give them credit in this because, I think what they've done is crap. That's why I think I spearheaded the thing on Monday and bringing it all up. I don't love this situation. I think it's awful. But Tevin Jenkins spent the majority of that time in Chicago as a tackle. And so maybe they're trying to see now if he can do something different as a guard.
Well, what's weird is he was best like at the tail end there, he was playing right guard.
And that's where he was best.
That's honestly what saved his career. Because Tevin is a right tackle or left tackle.
He was unplayable.
Did not work. So, like, the idea that you need to see, like, we were talking about this off air. I get Luke Whippler. Luke's been here for 3 years, and we really hadn't seen the field consistently. I think Ethan Posick is finally playing as well as he did his first year here, but I understand. Luke Whippler, next man up, okay. I don't get the Zach Zinter thing. If you're not good enough to dress, you don't get to audition. I'm not. That sounded personal. I don't mean it against Zach. I think he was one of the great guys of that Michigan team. It's just if you can't crack the everyday lineup, I'm sorry. If I can't put you on the active roster all but one time this year, I'm not going to let you in there against real NFL competition. But at some point, there were two things that really. One, bringing back Wyatt in a different capacity next year. You're going to bring back Wyatt Teller, the guy who's graded out as your best offensive lineman, as a backup. You can get the hell out of there. Well, you absolutely can. That's insulting at this point.
It just doesn't make any sense. And even in a different capacity, were they thinking maybe left guard? And if Joe Bitonio retired, is that maybe what she was suggesting there?
Well, then wouldn't we see?
I would just
Wyatt
put Tevin Jenkins.
Over?
I would put Tevin Jenkins over on the left side, and then I would just let Wyatt stay in his role.
Yeah.
But like the crappy part about this is a contract year, and you're doing it to this man. Like.
Wow, you heard what them guys had to say, man. Your best offensive lineman. At this point, man, I think Kevin Stefanski is just deliberately sabotaging Shedeur Sanders, not wanting Shedeur Sanders to succeed behind the helm of the Cleveland Browns, man, as quarterback. These guys are just confused and, clueless as I am. Like Wyatt Teller, your best offensive lineman, your mainstay of your offensive lineman. and you bench him and you say that it's a calf injury, and you heard what Mary Kay said, you know, he has to show something. What hasn't Wyatt Teller shown? He's been your mainstay for the last 5 years. Then you got Joe Paterno, you know what I'm saying? And then Jack Conklin. You see how these guys are blocking. You saw how they was blocking against San Francisco, just deliberately letting guys come in. That's under Kevin Stefanski's demand. Something ain't right, man. Something is not right in Cleveland, man. Y'all get down in the comment sections. Let me know what y'all think about today's video. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. I see everybody in the comments section. #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Post your comments. Oh, yeah. Just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.